So, as if it's like my horse or something. Hey, howdy. Back to the serious note, I'm sorry. Hi, hello everybody. Hi, hello my most beautiful, amazing, magical people. I'm back with a new video, and this one is gonna be all about law of attraction, and today I'm gonna be concentrating on a few things that people don't tell you when you're first starting out in the law of attraction, in the world of a law of attraction, or in other words, maybe a few things that people rarely talk about and it's not emphasized enough. And it's not only for the beginners, but it's also something that people who have been working with their manifestations and they're familiar with law of attraction. It's something that those people often forget as well, and it's something that we have to remind ourselves if we're trying to manifest something or if we just simply believe in the law of attraction. I feel like there are a couple of instances that are not talked about enough, they're not emphasized enough, as I said, and I feel like I just wanted to sit down, film this video for you, and at the same time remind those things for myself as well. So before I dive into this video and before I start talking about these things, I just want to quickly mention that everyone's story is different, and the speed of your manifestations or how quickly things come to fruition, it will differ from person to person, and it doesn't mean that one of you guys is better in any kind of way. It's just your story. For some people, they will get the things that they desire very quickly, but they will disappear even quicker. For some people, the manifestations take slower. It just takes more time to actually become a reality, but it actually sticks. Or it can be even a different kind of story, but never, ever, ever compare yourself to other people. That's kind of the biggest trap, I believe, and I feel like I want to make another video about comparing yourself to other people, but about this in another video sometime in the future. And another thing that I really want to emphasize is that there's no such thing as a mistake, or at least there's no such thing as a mistake when we talk about it in a negative space. I feel like mistakes are necessary in your journey. And there's no such thing as a mistake when we talk about it like, oh my god, you know, I was not doing it the right way, or I should have taken another path, or I should have made a different decision. There's no such thing. I am a true believer that whatever happens, it happens for a reason. It's part of your journey, it's part of your lesson, it's part of your karma, yada yada yada. So I truly believe that A, we shouldn't compare ourselves to other people. Your journey is your journey, my journey is my journey. B, there's no such thing as mistakes, and again, this just comes to the very fact that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, and you're not making any mistakes. It's just part of your journey, and accepting it, it's only going to make it all easier, and the process is going to become way more enjoyable for you. So without further ado, let's dive into the things that I actually wanted to talk about. So the first thing that I feel is not talked about enough is the fact that you will have your bad days and that you are entitled to those bad days. There is kind of a stigma, and I feel like it's getting better these days, but there is still a huge stigma around the law of attraction, around the world of spirituality, that, you know, people just expect you to be positive all the time. And being myself even, I still sometimes get these kind of questions, even from my own friends, from my loved ones, whenever I'm kind of in a darker space and I'm a little bit more negative, I'm just having my bad days or bad weeks or even bad months, they still, you know, question me, it's not like you know, you are mostly positive, like, it doesn't sound like you, what is going on? And I know that, you know, they ask this question because they care about me, and it's only natural for them to ask these questions. But it's okay, even if you often preach the fact that you need to be grateful, you know, you attract what you are, so obviously you want to be positive and grateful and all of those things all of the time, but it's just not possible. To be on this high wave is just unrealistic. To be happy and ecstatic all the time is just not possible. Sometimes you will have those days when you just don't believe in law of attraction anymore. Everything is just falling apart. You are constantly down. You just want to hide away. You just want to cover yourself with crisps and chocolates and just watch Netflix the entire day. You're gonna have those days, and it's okay. It's part of the journey, as I said before. I feel like I have something falling from my hair. Yeah, I feel like there's a pin that is stuck somewhere in my back, and I can feel a pimple. Oh. Where was I? Yeah, so you cannot be positive and you cannot have a positive outlook 24/7. You're a human being, you have feelings, you will have those days that you just don't even want to be positive. You're like, you know, screw it, screw everything. I just want to scream and shout and let it all out.
Scream and shout and let it all out, and I just
want to be angry and I just want to be frustrated, and that's absolutely fine, and that's even necessary, because if you will try to squash the negative feelings away and you will be like, no, I'm not going to feel them, and I'm not even going to process those feelings, you will end up in a worse situation at the end of the day, because you're just going to suppress everything, and it's going to come out at some point, and it's going to come out in a way bigger form, and it's just gonna work out against you rather than you know, working for you. The second thing that I definitely try to remind myself from time to time, and I would absolutely emphasize this thing for a beginner, is that you mustn't force anything, and you have to stop obsessing over things. Usually when we want to manifest something, we want to manifest it as quickly as possible. Obviously, if we want something, if we feel like this thing, this somebody, this something is gonna make our lives easier, we're gonna feel more fulfilled, and whatever it's gonna bring it into your life, you obviously want to get it as soon as possible, and that's just how we're built. That's fine. But you have to realize that if you keep obsessing it, if it's the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you wake up, if you just keep on scripting and scripting and scripting, if you are trying to use every single method in the book to manifest that thing, if you're simply obsessing over it, it's not gonna come to you, most likely, because obsession creates resistance, and resistance equals lack. So basically, the way your body and your mind understands it, if you're obsessing over it, you don't have it currently. So it's not part of your reality. So it's not even gonna come to you that easily. What you have to understand is, even if you don't have it in your life yet, you kind of have to really believe in yourself and believe that it is already scheduled somewhere in your timeline, and it's already yours. It's already yours, but it's just not it's not the perfect timing. It's not the perfect time for you to receive that thing or that somebody. So you just have to believe that it's already yours. You already have it, but it's gonna come to you in divine timing. So that's, I feel like, one of the most important things that you have to remind yourself, and some of the most important things that you're gonna learn along the way. And it's gonna help you immensely if you just let it go. Just believe that it's gonna come to you at some point. Your spirit guides, the universe, whatever you believe in, they know when and how that thing is supposed to come to you. So stop obsessing over it, just let it go, and be happy with the things that you currently have. The third thing that is going to be a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, but I actually do believe that this thing exists, this notion, this understanding, is that some things are just not meant for you. Sometimes you are trying to manifest something, you're working with the law of attraction, you are what you want to attract, you're doing all of these things, you're letting go, there's no resistance, yada, 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 but it just doesn't come to you. And you've been waiting for it for such a long time, but it still is not coming to you. And sometimes you just have to realize that some things are just not meant for you. Sometimes, if you're trying to manifest something that seems innocent, it's just not part of your journey. And again, your spirit guides, universe, whatever you believe in, they know that this thing might be good for you, but there's something greater. And they just keep on kind of smacking it away from you, and they just keep on kind of, I wouldn't say fighting your manifestations or fighting this thing that you want to attract into your life, but they just keep on knocking it over, because they know that there is a greater thing for you. And it just comes down to the mere fact of how much you actually trust in the universe, how much you actually trust in yourself, and how much you trust in, whatever happens for a reason. But I am a true believer that some things are just not meant to be in your life, or they're meant to come up, but maybe way later, or in a different form, if that makes sense. So I know it's a little bit of a hard pill to swallow for everyone. Even for me, sometimes I'm like, oh God, why? But you just have to trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the universe, and just believe that everything's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen. And the fourth thing that you absolutely must remember, and you absolutely must learn and keep in mind, is the fact that it's better not to attach specific dates to your manifestations. Now, I know that some people believe that attaching a specific date to, for example, I don't know, I want to manifest a car. So, I'm attaching a date and I'm putting into my, for example, scripting journal, or just keeping it in my mind that I am manifesting a car by December 22nd. And I just completely believe that it's gonna come by December 22nd. Now, all would be great, but usually at some point, that date is gonna cause some anxiety to you. Let's say you attach this date in August, and August passes, September, October, now we're in November, and you're kind of getting, you know, this like anxiety already. You're like, I'm nowhere near to manifesting my car. I don't feel like it's happening, but probably it will. I'm still trying to believe in it, blah, blah, blah. But you're kind of starting to doubt yourself, and you're kind of starting to doubt the process, and you're kind of postponing that wish, basically. You're starting to create resistance, you're starting to obsess over it, and there's this feeling of lack that starts to occur. Now, you know, for every single person, the experience with dates is going to be different. However, I would rather not attach dates to anything. I rarely attach dates to my manifestations. If I attach a specific date, I haven't ever attached a specific date. I have attached a month. However, I do this with the things that I absolutely believe in, and I know it's not gonna cost me any disbelief. It's not gonna create any resistance. Even if it doesn't come, I'm gonna be absolutely fine with it. Only then I attach like specific timelines. So usually I just kind of do it in a present tense, as if I already have it, and I don't put these unnecessary timelines on myself and this unnecessary pressure. So I would definitely advise you to just be careful with attaching dates and writing them down or whatever, because it can really be difficult to work with it, especially for beginners. So I feel like dates is something that would maybe be easier to work with for somebody who has been into law of attraction for a long time. But for a beginner, it might be a little bit discouraging. If, for example, it doesn't come into fruition, you're going to be like, oh, damn, you know, where is it? It's December 22nd, I still don't have it. So it must be a bunch of shit, you know. So I'm not really sure what can I say on YouTube, to be honest. Yeah, just make sure that you don't attach dates. If you do want to play with it, it's absolutely your choice. Give it a try. As I said, there are no mistakes. It's part of your journey. Whatever happens, happens for a reason, but just keep that in mind. So that's it, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you maybe learned something new, or maybe I reminded you of certain things. I'm really hoping that it's going to be useful, and yeah, I just hope that you had a wonderful time here with me. You are currently having a wonderful time in your life, and I just want to wish you all the best, your families all the best. Keep safe, keep being healthy, keep being happy, and I hope that all of your manifestations are gonna come true, and they're gonna come into fruition. And I truly believe that, you know, the universe has amazing things prepared for us. So keep on believing, keep on shining, keep on smiling, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.